So in this experiment, I will be boiling the most common type of liquid, which is water. And I'm going to turn up the heat to its fullest and wait for a few minutes. And now, as you can see, there is steam coming out of the kettle, and this means to say that some of the water has turned into a vapor, therefore vaporization occurred.
So deposition is just the opposite of sublimation, where a gas is turned to a solid. An example of this is snow. We cannot conduct an experiment regarding this phase change because we don't experience this in our country. But here's how it works. The water vapor from the clouds changes directly to ice, skipping the liquid phase entirely. This only happens in places with freezing climates.
The next one is condensation. Condensation happens when gas turns to liquid, and it is the reverse of vaporization. An example of this is very much evident in the water cycle presented from here. I believe that water cycle is very much relevant to our lesson now, but in order to focus clouds, we should focus on the clouds. Clouds are formed when water vapor in warm air rises to meet cold air higher in the temperature. That's a process of condensation.
Lastly, solidification is a change of matter from liquid to solid at a particular temperature. Sometimes we call it freezing. This usually happens when a liquid's temperature drops below its freezing point. Ice making is one of the best examples for this. As water loses its mobility and becomes a solid when it reaches its freezing point of 0 degrees Celsius, forming ice in the shape of the container in which it was stored.
Wow, thank you for that comprehensive report, girls. So to sum up your report, phase change is a physical change in which a substance goes from one phase to another. And from what I've gathered, heat energy plays a key role in the phase changes of matter. The addition or subtraction of heat on the three states of matter changes their physical properties but not their chemical nature. Just like the steam and ice that you girls have shown earlier, although their appearances or phases are different from each other, they are still both composed of water. Okay, now that that's done, thank you again for that wonderful report, girls. And to all our viewers out there, I hope that you've learned something about phase change and how it works. This is Daily News. Stay safe and see you all next week.
Created using Powtoon.